but then consecutive losses to Rockdale and to South Gwinnett put them at 2-2. They beat Brookwood 2 days ago, looking for the victory here. There's a swing and a foul ball off the screen, and it stays 1-2. This Shiloh team has lost their only sub-region battle to South Gwinnett. They have beaten Clark Central, Rockdale, and Brookwood for their 3 victories. South Gwinnett is also 3-1, their only loss coming to Brookwood. As we mentioned, Brookwood was undefeated earlier this week, but they are now 2-2 after losing to Shiloh and to Newton County. Pitch swung on, fouled off, and it remains 1-2. Brian Moon, a good eye at the plate, being selective, staying alive by fouling off the strikes, and it's 1-2. The wind has kicked up at various times this afternoon. It's blowing out toward right field, giving us a full view of the flags out in center. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, looked like it hit him, and it did. And Shannon was taken off for third base. They may return him to second, as when the ball hits the batter, it is a dead ball. So yes, Lance Shannon will have to return to second base. Lance was looking for the steal of third there. So a break for Newton County. They do get another base runner, but a break for Shiloh. And that Lance Shannon would have had third base stolen, except on the dead ball, he'll have to go back to second. When a pitched ball hits a batter, it is automatically dead, and the runners cannot advance. So first and second, one down. Richie Cleary, the Reader's stretch. His first pitch to Cleary, swung on, grounded, third base side, 2 hops. Third baseman takes it himself, steps on the third base bag, and that is out number 2. 5 unassisted. Shannon retired at third. On the fielder's choice, Richie Cleary reaching base. Cleary heads back to first, and a runner leading from second base. Richie Cleary had walked back toward the Newton County dugout. He was about halfway back. Just one of those fundamental mistakes. Apparently, he thought there were already 2 out in the inning. He was already walking back toward home plate. Had to run about 50 or 60 feet back down the first baseline as Tig Reeder was chasing him down there. But Cleary makes it to first base safely, and runners lead from first and second with 2 down. Brent Johnson stands in. The stretch and pitch, it's high, and the count is 1-0. Johnson, the second highest average on this team. He is hitting .387, 12 hits in 31 at-bats. He has 6 RBIs to his credit. The right-handed batter awaiting the offering. It is inside, and it's ball 2. Reeder has walked 2 and given up a hit. 2 runs have scored. There was also a hit batsman. Moon leading from second base and Richie Cleary from first. It will take a base hit from Johnson. The pitch is a called strike. A fastball caught the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Other teams in the sub-region, Rockdale is 2-3. They've lost their games to Brookwood, Shiloh, and Clark Central. Berkmar and Clark Central both 1-3. Stretch and the pitch. It is high and outside for ball 3. 3-1 to Brent Johnson. Newton County moves into sole possession of second place with a victory here. It would drop the Shiloh Generals to 3-2. It would raise Newton County to 4-2. The stretch and the pitch inside, ball 4. The third walk for Reeder in this inning. And with the bases loaded and 2 down, it will still take a hit or a walk of some kind. And Cale Curtis is the man for Newton County who is going to have to do something here if the Rams are to put further runs on the scoreboard. Cale Curtis is at .385 with a homer and 6 RBIs. Curtis's on-base average also very high at .515. Thanks in part to taking 5 walks. He swings at the first one and fouls it off the screen, and it's 0-1. Reeder's curveball going to be fairly tough on the left-handed batters. Reeder likes to start the ball way inside, and of course, because of a curveball's motion, you could start it if you're a left-handed pitcher, you could start it at a left-handed batter's ribs and curve it back over the inside corner. Here's the pitch, a fastball low and inside, and it's 1-1. Brian Moon at third, Richie Cleary at second, Brent Johnson at first for the Rams, who have already put 2 runs across. They own a 2-0 lead. We're still in the first. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, a good stop from Chris Laird. It's 2-1. Judd Hall is on deck. If he were to come to the plate, he would be the 9th man to bat in this first inning. Here's the wind and the 2-1. It's high, 3-1. For those of you just tuning in and expecting us to be in the 3rd inning or so, it's been a long first inning. Rams have had 6 different individuals reach base, 3 of them by walk. There's been a base hit, a hit batsman, a fielder's choice. Here's the wind and the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. A run scores. The bases loaded walk scores Brian Moon. That is the 4th walk by Reeder in this inning. And of course, if Glenn George goes out to talk to him again, game. As Coach George would have then visited the mound twice in this inning. The 9th. Hall is at 186. He has struggled in various times this year. He does have a homer and 9 RBIs, one of the team leaders in RBIs. Hall, the team leader in strikeouts at the plate. He has whiffed 10 times. The senior has a chance to do some serious damage right here with the bases loaded. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on at line first base side, but foul, and it falls out of play. It's 0-1. Charlie Beverly down the 3rd baseline for the Rams, giving the signals to his hitter. Coach Al Bell is down the line at first for Newton County. Laird's sign. Here's the wind and the 0-1. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. Make it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Judd Hall. Hall, the Ram center fielder, has also done a lot of damage on the mound. He's been one of the Ram aces this year. Rams have had 3 pitchers they could consider aces this year. Here's the wind and the 0-2. In the dirt, and a good stop from Laird. Count is now 1-2. Reeder tried a curveball there. Started the curveball a little low and bounced it in front of the plate. But Laird with a good stop. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cleary leading from 3rd base, Johnson from 2nd, and Cale Curtis from 1st. Here's the wind. And the 1-2. Swung on and fouled it back. It remains 1-2. Newton County Rams would like to score as many as possible here in the first inning. Give themselves a little breathing space. They've had a lot of low-scoring pitchers' duels. The last 3 games, as a matter of fact, 3-2, 3-1, and 2-1. Rams in need of a little breakout offensively. Stretch and pitch, outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Judd Hall. Hall with 8 hits on the year and 43 at-bats. The runners lead from each base. Here's the 2-2. Swung and lined into right field, but Ashley Sweat is there. He makes the catch in close to his body, and that is out number 3. The Rams send 9 men to the plate. They put 3 across on only 1 hit. There were 4 walks, 3 runners left on base. We head to the 2nd. Newton County on top, 3-0. Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430.
For complete communications and cellular phone service, East Metro Cellular will help you reach your calling. With transportable, handheld, bag phones, 2-way radios, and pagers, East Metro Cellular is the headquarters for your communications needs. Will help you reach your calling. An authorized agent for Pactel Cellular since 1986, East Metro Cellular has trained salespeople who can explain the advantages of cellular to you. Come by and see Bert, Joe, and Brenda at East Metro Cellular, 7115 Highway 278 in Covington. At East Metro Cellular, we'll help you reach your calling. Pactel Cellular will help you reach your calling. Pactel Cellular will help you reach your calling.
Newton County Ram baseball on WGFS, brought to you in part by Henderson's Grocery Store and Henderson's Restaurant on Highway 36 in Covington. See our grocery ad every week in the Covington Shopper. Also, for all your nutritional supplements, go by the Family Health Food Store in Newton Plaza. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store. 2 more fine sponsors of Newton County Ram Baseball. Thank you for allowing us to bring you Rams baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, Covington, Georgia. As we head to the second inning, Chris Laird will lead it off. He'll be followed by Ashley Sweat and Kenny Cruz, 6, 7, and 8 spots against Lance Cawthon. Stake to Laird, a right-handed batter, standing in as we set to begin the second inning. First pitch from Cawthon, a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Rams only got 1 hit in the first, but some early wildness from Tig Reeder allowed 3 runs to score. One of those runs was walked in, a bases-loaded walk to Cale Curtis. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. One disadvantage if you're Lance Cawthon, a long first inning means you had to spend a lot of time in the dugout. May have iced your arm a little bit. Of course, Lance Cawthon with warm weather here and plenty of time to recover from that. And he also has a 3-0 lead to work with. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Called strike. It's 1-2. Cawthon second on the team in strikeouts with 32. Judd Hall leads the team with 40. Matt Taylor also with 22 strikeouts as the Rams as a team with well over 100. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, one hop back to the mound. Barehanded play from Cawthon. His throw to first is in time for out number 1. Cawthon's follow-through taking him over toward first base. That ball hit toward the third base side. Cawthon had to take a couple steps over, fielded the ball barehanded. Made the play cleanly, though, and on to first for the out. Ashley Sweat will stand in. Rams start the sub-region swing all over again as they take on the Berkmar Patriots in Lilburn, Georgia on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday at 5 o'clock. The wind and the first pitch is low, 1-0. Then the Rams will travel to Athens to take on the Clark Central Gladiators next Friday. 6 other teams in the sub-region. Rams playing their 6th sub-region game. There's a swing and a ground ball past Sam Allen and into left field for a base hit. The second hit from the Shiloh Generals and a runner at first with 1 down. Rams started their sub-region schedule a couple of Mondays ago with a 5-3 win over Berkmar. Then a big victory over Clark Central. A couple of days later, they went up to Rockdale County and lost a heartbreaker to the Bulldogs 3-2. Came back here the next Monday. Had a game rained out, then the next day losing to South Gwinnett. Final score of that one was 3-1. Rams got their confidence back with a 2-1 victory over Brookwood. They've already scored more runs here than they did in the Brookwood game. The pitch is low to Kenny Cruz, and it's 1-0. In fact, the Rams scored more in the first inning of this game than they had in any of their previous 3 games all put together, as they scored 2 against Rockdale, 1 in the game against South Gwinnett, and of course 2 against Brookwood. The stretch and the 1-0 pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Kenny Cruz, the general second baseman, will be followed by Mark Bryan, bottom 2 spots in the order. General stranded 2 runners in the first. Kevin Stewart striking out, Mark Lordo grounding out. Stretch and the pitch. It's low, 2-1. Chris Laird started this one with a tap back to the mound. Ashley Sweat with the base hit to left field. Standing now at first base is Brent Johnson on the first base bag holding the runner. Moon with the sign. Here's the stretch and the 2-1. Looked like maybe a called strike. Umpire called the ball away, and the count goes to 3-1. 3 balls and a strike. Umpire made a gesture with his right arm that appeared to be a strike call, but actually he was motioning it that the ball was away. It's 3-1. Cawthon has walked 1 batter so far in his inning and a third of work. His stretch and his 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded in the hole between third and short. It's a rounding second is Sweat. Here's a snap throw back to second, not in time. The base hit, though, from Kenny Cruz puts first and second with 1 down. We saw this happen back in the first as well. Shiloh stranded those 2 runners there, and Lance Cawthon hoping he can get the Generals to do the same here. Mark Bryan stands in. General shortstop, representing the number 9 spot in the batting order. After that, Shiloh moves back to the top of their order with Tim Bernier. Ashley Sweat at second base, Kenny Cruz at first. And the runners take their leads. Cawthon checks the runner at second. Here's his stretch, and his first pitch to Bryan. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Bryan took sort of a half swing at a pitch on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. 1 down. Rams got 3 runs in the first. So far, the Rams have held Shiloh scoreless. Newton County really in need of some big offensive output, and they got 3 of them in the first, hoping to continue it in the second. They'll be back to the top of the order. There's a called strike to Mark Bryan, and it's 0-2. Rams sent 9 men to the plate in the first, so they'll be back to Ryan Allen in the top of the order in the second. Charlie Beverly's flip-flopping is 1 and 2 spots in the order. Ryan Allen occasionally batting second, sometimes even lower than that in the batting order, but he's in the 1 spot, and Matthew Hires in the number 2 spot this afternoon. Allen holding the runner close, now back to his position. Bryan swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. He's down on strikes. Second strikeout for Lance Cawthon, and 2 down now in the second. Before Tim Bernier hits, we want to tell you about another fine sponsor of Ram Baseball, the Farm and Garden Depot. Stop by the Farm and Garden Depot for animal feed, lawn and garden seed, and much more. The Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington, a sponsor of Newton County Ram Baseball here on WGFS. Of course, we have been there all 16 games this year, this being number 16. The Rams come in 12-3. They will also play tomorrow evening at 7 p.m., an out-of-region game as they take on Eagles Landing. Tim Bernier stands in. He singled his first time. The general center fielder in there now. The stretch and first pitch to him. A called strike. It caught the outside corner. 0-1. Back-to-back singles, but the runners stranded there so far. 2 down in the inning. Moon flashes the sign. Here's the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch. Just off the outside corner. Another curveball, but it dropped in outside. It's 1-1. Glenn George is the Shiloh head coach. He's at the third base line, giving signals to his second base runner, Ashley Sweat. Here's the stretch and the 1-1 pitch. Called strike. It's 1-2. Bernier was bailing out. He might have had the take sign there. 1-2. Defense bunches Bernier up the middle, giving him a big hole between short and third. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Outside, 2-2. The 1 base hit that the Rams got in the first inning, a single from Lance Shannon, scored a run. Then after that, a sacrifice fly. Brian Moon was hit by a pitch, then a fielder's choice and 2 more walks. Pitch is swung on and popped into left field. Richie Cleary is going back on it. Shy of the track, he will make the catch. And that is out number 3. No runs, 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Newton County is your score from Riverside Park. Ram Baseball here on WGFS, AM 1430.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
A personal computer should be as individual as the person who owns it. At America's Best Computers, that becomes a reality. The professionals at ABC believe personal computers should be easy to buy, set up, use, and maintain, and will help assess your personal and business needs and custom build the right system for you. No matter what type of system you need or what applications you may need, ABC offers affordable solutions. America's Best Computers is in Hunting Creek Plaza in Conyers. Call them at 785-6505, 785-6505.
We are back from Riverside Park at Newton County High School. Ryan Allen will lead it off for the Rams. No, it's not the first inning. The Rams batted around in inning number 1, and they're back to the top of the order here in the second inning. Ryan Allen walked and scored in the first. He takes the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. It's Allen, Hires, and Shannon for the Rams, trying to add to the 3-0 lead. Reeder's wind, and here's his 1-0 pitch. It's high, 2-0. Tig Reeder starting the second inning exactly the same way he started the first. Wild to the first batter. Reeder has already walked 4 and hit a batter. The 2-0 is a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Rams are patient and a very disciplined team at the plate. And they're going to take the walks if Tig Reeder will let them have the walks. Here's the 2-1. It's low, 3-1. Rams as a team have taken 61 walks in their 15 games this year. Catcher gives the sign. Here's the wind and the 3-1. A called strike on the inside corner. He used the fastball and nipped the inside corner at the knees. It's 3-2. Allen, a left-handed batter, standing back in there now. Came into this one at 3-10. Takes a pitch high and outside, ball 4. The 5th walk from Reeder, and for the second time in as many innings, the Rams lead off an inning with a walk. Matthew Hires is going to stand to the plate. He also walked and also scored in the first. He scored on a sacrifice fly by Sam Allen. Allen leads from first base, 11 for 12. He is headed for second, the throw to first base, and the throw will not be made down to second. Reeder had the runner picked off. Allen was taking off for second, his throw to first, and Benji Law took the throw, but then Law could not make the throw down to second base. He bobbled it in his glove a couple of times. Another stolen base for Ryan Allen, who has been on the loose the last few games. He is now 12 for 13 in his stolen base attempts this year. Hires back in there. Here's the stretch and the first pitch. A ball high, and the ball gets away from Laird, but Allen does not advance. He stays at second. It's 1-0. Hires, we notice, coming up from the left side of the plate. A switch hitter, of course, normally bats right-handed against the left-handed pitcher. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and popped up. Left field side, shortstop going out. Could be a tough play. Now he's there, and he makes the catch. Mark Bryan puts it away for out number 1. Hires might have been batting from the left side because of the trouble that Reeder had with the left-handed batters. Of course, he's walked Allen twice, and Allen batting from the left side both times. Also, Matthew Hires, a stronger left-handed batter in general, and occasionally we'll see him turn around and bat lefty against the tough left-handed pitchers. He did there, but nothing doing for that one. First pitch to Lance Shannon is a called strike on the curveball. It's 0-1. Shannon singled his first time. Ryan Allen scoring on the base hit. Shannon would not mind a carbon copy of that right here. Stretch from Reeder, he steps off, and Allen heads back to second base. Ryan Allen takes a big lead over at second base, and Bryan comes in to hold him close. Here's the stretch, runner's going, pitch is swung on, lined into left field, it falls in for a hit. Allen, of course, was going, so he'll score easily. On the throw in, Lance Shannon heads down towards second base. The throw in there, not in time. A run scores. It's 4-0, Newton County Rams. Called a single by Lance Shannon. He takes second on the throw home. Ryan Allen scoring, and a carbon copy exactly, as Shannon singles in Allen. Newton County now leads it by 4 runs. If you're Charlie Beverly, you've got to like what you see now out of this Ram offense, taking the walks, getting the good base hits, and the crucial base hits, and now up by 4 runs. And this the most they've scored in several games. Stretch and pitch to Sam Allen is low. It gets away from Laird, but Shannon stays at second base. It's 1-0. Rams haven't scored this many runs since the Clark Central game. Of course, the Rams with a big explosion on offense. They've had that several times this year. They've been a streaky offensive team from game to game. Stretching the pitch to Allen, swung on, driven into left center field. Both outfielders going back on it, and it's off the wall. A runner will round third, and he will score. Allen pulls up into second. It's a stand-up double, 5-0. Newton County Rams on top, and Sam Allen continues his hot hitting. He has had a base hit in 12 out of the last 13 games. An 11-game hitting streak for him was snapped last night. I think that 2 nights ago. But he comes back here with the 2-base hit. And Lance Shannon scoring to make it 5-0. And time is called. Glenn George goes out to talk to Tig Reeder, who has been roughed up by the Rams. Glenn George talking with Reeder, and I believe he's going to leave him in here. He'll be facing Brian Moon, followed by Richie Cleary. Brian Moon was hit by a pitch. He ended up scoring. The bases loaded walk to Cale Curtis, bringing him in. Now the conference is over. Reeder is still out there on the mound. The infielders go to their respective positions. Sam Allen at second base. 1 down. Brian Moon stands in. The switch hitter bats from the right side against the left-handed pitcher. Moon at .271, 13 hits and 48 at-bats. Laird's sign. Here's the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Moon saw a good first pitch near the inside corner. Took a big hack at it, but he came up short. On deck is Richie Cleary. Here's the stretch and the 0-1. Low and inside, a ball and a strike. In Wednesday's other sub-region action, Clark Central beat Rockdale 3-1. It was South Gwinnett over Berkmar 3-2. Of course, Newton County had a 2-1 win in that one over the Brookwood Broncos. Moon swings and misses, and the count goes to 1-2. Then yesterday in a makeup game, Shiloh versus Brookwood, Shiloh Generals come out on top. A big factor in this one, as Shiloh is playing back-to-back-to-back games 3 consecutive days. 1-2, called strike 3. Near the inside corner at the knees, Moon goes down looking. In terms of strikeouts, that's the 6th time that he has gone down on strikes this year. And 2 down, Richie Cleary will have to have a base hit if the Rams can score any more here. Cleary reached on a fielder's choice his last time. Hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman Thanner, who retired Shannon 5 unassisted. First pitch to Cleary is a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, whatever Glenn George said to Tig Reeder, it's calmed him down. He got his first strikeout, coming out and throwing nothing but strikes now. Cleary opens up his stance as always. Set to go. Here's the pitch to him. Low and inside. It's 1-1. Ryan Allen walked and stole second. Scored on Lance Shannon's single. Shannon taking second on the throw home. Sam Allen doubled in Shannon. That accounts for the 2 Ram runs this inning. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded down the third baseline. Thanner again makes the play. His throw to first is in time. Cleary goes down, and so do the Rams. Here in the second, 2 runs, 2 hits. No errors, a runner left on base. And we've played 2 with your score 5-0. Newton County on top. Ram baseball right here on WGFS, AM 1430.
Henderson's Food Pride, located 5 miles from the square on Highway 36, is open from 6 to 9 Monday through Friday and 9 to 9 on Saturday and Sunday. Look for our weekly specials in the Covington Shopper.
We have hardware, fishing tackle, and movie rentals in addition to a full line of groceries. Stop by Henderson's Food Pride. Pick up items for dinner and rent movies, all in one place. Henderson's Food Pride, the kind of store you'd want us to be.
T&L Motors of Covington is announcing their grand opening going on now. T&L Motors has cars, trucks, and vans arriving daily with on-the-spot financing available for those with little or no credit. T&L Motors is located next door to T&L Mufflers, which offers the lowest priced exhaust system in town. Come in and compare our prices starting at $59.95 with custom jobs a specialty. That's T&L Motors and T&L Mufflers located on Highway 278 across from Henry's Fast Loop. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 6 or call 787-5286, 787-5286.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Harmony Extra Large Trash Bags, 15 count, 39 gallon, only $1.88. A Tucker 34-gallon trash can, $8.77. Premium Turf Fertilizer, $5.88, and Premium Weed and Feed, $6.88. A Rounder Square Point Shovel, $6.77 each, all while supplies last. It's the Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware, on the Square and in Newton Plaza.
Bill Thaner leads it off for Shiloh and takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. It'll be Bill Thaner, Tig Reeder, and Kevin Stewart for the Shiloh Generals here in the third. Coughlin's wind and pitch. There's another strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. 5 runs on 3 hits for Shiloh. Boone gives the sign. Here's Coughlin's wind as 0-2 pitch off. It remains 0-2. Lance Coughlin came into this game with an ERA of 1.08, and team ERA for the Rams is 1.75. So just about every pitcher for the Rams has had a great season. Coughlin, Matt Taylor, and Judd Hall, the 3 main pitchers. Coughlin's 0-2 is outside, and it's 1-2. Coughlin has kept the walks fairly low and the strikeouts pretty high throughout the year, thus the low ERA. Here comes his wind, and the 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. 32 strikeouts in 5 games means he's averaging just over 6 strikeouts a game. Here comes the wind, and the 2-2 pitch swung on and grounded foul down the third baseline. Count remains 2-2. Shiloh's 3 base hits, a single from Tim Bernier in the first, back-to-back singles from Ashley Sweat and Kenny Cruz in the second. Shiloh has thus far stranded 4 runners on base, so things could be worse than they are for Newton County. So far, they've had the goose egg against the Shiloh Generals as the Rams have put up 5 of their own and held the Generals scoreless. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen as Thaner just got a piece of the ball, and the count remains 2-2. The Generals come into this contest with a 3-1 record in sub-region play. Here comes the wind, the 2-2, swung on and popped up left center field. Hall going back on it, and now he makes the play for out number 1. Hall had to go deep into left center for it, but made the play right in front of the Newton baseball sign. Out in left center field, and it's out number 1. Tig Reeder stands in. He walked on 4 pitches his first time up. The only batter that Lance Coughlin has walked so far. Coughlin has struck out 2. In 26 innings, he has only allowed 2 homers. Rams as a staff have only allowed 4 this year, 2 of them coming to Mark Fisher of the Walton Raiders. First pitch to Reeder is high. It's 1-0. The other 2 homers allowed by Judd Hall, both of those were Fisher's home runs. Here's the 1-0 pitch, high and inside, 2-0. Coughlin allowed a 3-run homer to Chris Womack of the Rockdale Bulldogs, allowing the Bulldogs to pick up the 3-2 victory. There was an error right before the home run, so 2 of the 3 runs were earned. The 2-0 outside for ball 3. Rams defeated Rockdale 15-0 in the South Metro Tournament final game. Then Rockdale coming back for the 3-2 win. You can bet there'll be a little bad blood next Monday when they come in. 3-0 pitch, a called strike. The old automatic gets 3-1. The first strike that Tig Reeder has seen in 8 pitches that he's seen from Lance Cawthon. The sign, the wind, the 3-1. Did he go around on it? They're going to check the umpire to see, and the first base umpire says yes, he did go around, and it was the proper call. It's 3-2. Cawthon's curveball was a little low and inside, but Reeder taking the half swing, crossing the plate. 3-2 is swung on and missed, and Tig Reeder goes down on strikes. Third strikeout for Cawthon. 1 in each inning. He struck out Stewart in the first, Bryan in the second, and Reeder here in the third. And with 2 down, Kevin Stewart will stand in. And of course, Stewart, Cawthon's first strikeout victim, back in the first. Cawthon working quickly. Here's his first pitch. Ball 1. In the first and the second, Shiloh put 2 runners on with 1 out. But in both instances, the next 2 batters getting out, not advancing the runners. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. It's leaving those runners stranded that has hurt Shiloh in the first 2 innings. And Tig Reeder with control trouble in the first and early in the second has led to a lot of Newton County Ram runs early. Now Cawthon has to just hold the lead. There's a swing and a foul ball back toward the screen. Over on the Shiloh dugout side, it's 1-2. Shiloh with only 2 fly ball outs. 1 to Cleary in left and 1 to Hall in center. A couple of ground ball outs and 3 strikeouts. There's a called strike 3. Cawthon dropped the curveball right over the outside corner. A beautiful job of pitching right there with 2 strikes. And Stewart going down. It's the 4th strikeout for Lance Cawthon. Shiloh going down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the third. Newton County on top, 5-0. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
Catch a fly ball or hit a home run with Calico Cards in Conyers. Calico Cards carries all sports cards and non-sports cards, including racing cards, a full line of collecting supplies, a large supply of common cards, and a variety of posters, sports, racing, and movies. Calico Cards is also introducing a new line of greeting cards just for you. So join in the fun this baseball season with Calico Cards and receive a 10% discount off your purchase if you mention you heard this ad on WGFS Radio. Calico will also sponsor a free giveaway during the baseball games. Tune in to Calico Cards, Highway 20 in Conyers at Honey Creek. Open Monday through Friday 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6. Owner is Chris Scott, 929-1332. That's Calico Cards, located at Honey Creek, Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332.
And we are back from Riverside Park. Newton County Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by America's Best Computers. For all your computer needs, either personal or business, we've got what you need. Don't pay too much. Come see America's Best Computers in Conyers. Also, T&L Motors. Come by T&L Motors and get your drive-out price on cars, trucks, and vans. And come over to the muffler shop and get a custom exhaust system with the lowest prices in town. T&L Motors and T&L Mufflers, Highway 278 in Covington. Due up for the Rams in the bottom of the third, Brent Johnson, Cale Curtis, and Judd Hall. The bottom 3 spots in the Newton County order. Tig Reeder still out there. Settled down a little bit in the second inning after Coach George went out to talk to him. He struck out Moon and got Cleary to ground out. His first pitch to Johnson is a called strike on the inside corner. If Reeder calms down and pitches according to his ability, this may be all that the Rams get tonight. Johnson walked his first time. Here's the wind by Reeder in the 0-1. Inside, almost hit him, and it's 1-1. The 3 runs that Newton County scored in the first, thanks mostly to 4 walks and a hit batsman. The 1-1 pitch, high and outside, it's 2-1. Chris Laird gives the sign to his pitcher. The wind of the pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen, and it goes to 2-2. Johnson, the Newton County first baseman, on base average just about at 500. Stretch and pitch to him, called strike 3 on the inside corner. And Johnson going down on strikes. He's been called out on strikes, called out looking, that is, 3 times in his last 4 plates. Make that 3 out of 5 as Johnson goes down on strikes here. And Cale Curtis will stand to the plate. He also walked with the bases loaded, so he gets an RBI just for taking the free pass. He'll enjoy that, of course, and he did that his first time up. First pitch to him is low and outside for ball 1. Curtis DHing for the pitcher, Lance Coffin. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed. It goes to 1-1. Reeder brought a pitch high and inside. Curtis bailed out just a little, looking to pull it down the first baseline, but he came up short. Laird flashes the sign. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on, got a piece of it, and fouled it off, and it's 1-2. Al Bell down the first baseline gives some words to Cale Curtis, the left-handed batter. Rams senior standing back in. Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Reeder's 1-2 is high, and it's 2-2. Judd Hall is on deck. He is 0 for 1. Wind in the 2-2, swung on and missed. Curtis was bailing out, stepping toward the first baseline. Swung and missed at the outside pitch, and he is down on strikes. The third strikeout for Tig Reeder, and Judd Hall steps to the plate. He flied out to the right fielder, Sweat, his last time. Hall stands near the back of the box and bats with a closed batting stance. Wind in the first pitch to him, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Newton County Rams baseball, 12-3 coming into this one, 3-2 in sub-region play. Pitch is high. With the fastball, it's 1-1. A win here puts them at 4-2, and the Newton County Rams would then be right among the league leaders, second place right behind South Gwinnett. The wind and the 1-1 pitch, high, and it's 2-1. If Newton can hold on, Shiloh would drop to 3-2, and even if they won their next game to go to 4-2, Newton County would have the tiebreaker by virtue of beating Shiloh. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. Judd Hall has only taken 1 free pass this year. He's been a free swinger throughout most of the year, but he's got a 3-1 count in this situation. The wind in the 3-1, swung on and missed. Hall unhappy with himself. It would have been ball 4, and it's now 3-2. Hall, a right-handed batter. Another senior for the Newton County Ram team. The wind, the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Reeder dropped a curveball right over the heart of the plate, and he has settled down as he strikes out all 3 Newton County Rams he faces here in the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We head to the 4th. 5-0 Newton County. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
Snapper announces its Great Price Fall, a national savings event that offers you a chance to bag a great deal. Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington is now offering cash discounts, half-off accessories, and free financing on all Snapper walk mowers, riders, and tractors. Once you've bagged a great deal on your new Snapper, you can bag your leaves or mulch them for half price. That's right, take half off your choice of either a single bag grass catcher or a Ninja mulching kit, featuring the unmatched Ninja Blade. Then throw away your rake. You'll watch your leaves disappear as you mow. And with approved Snap credit, you don't have to pay a cent until April. Interest-free. Ask your dealer for all the details. Act now. Get down to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington and get in on Snapper's Great Price Fall before it's too late. Get down to Coast Home and Auto on the square in downtown.
I was at Pippin's Barbecue the other day having some pork barbecue, and it was great. But then I looked over at the next table, and they were having smoked chicken, so I ordered that too. And then I found out about the Brunswick stew, so I ordered that. And then I figured, what the heck, why not just order the whole Pippin's Barbecue menu? But I didn't, because I just didn't have the room on the table.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Pippin's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
Newton County Ram Baseball, WGFS, AM 1430, Covington, Georgia. Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Hayes Furniture Company. Come by and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishing needs. Free delivery and free 12-month financing. Hayes Furniture on Washington Street, 786-3737. That's 786-3737. Also brought to you by Mayfield Ace Hardware. Paints, plumbing and heating supplies, lawn and garden supplies, bridal and giftware. Ace is the place. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square and in Newton Plaza. Two fine sponsors of Ram Baseball. Mark Lordo leads it off, swings and misses at the first Lance Cawthon offering, and it's 0-1. It's Mark Lordo, Chris Laird, and Ashley Sweat. Spots 5, 6, and 7 in the Newton County order. Here in the fourth inning, that's the Shiloh order, the 5, 6, and 7 spots. 0-1 pitch is outside for ball one, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Mark Lordo. The general DH grounded out to Matthew Hires his first time. Moon sign, here comes the wind, and the 1-1 pitch. It's outside, 2-1. Cawthon has retired 5 batters in a row. He has struck out 4 in the game. Shiloh is yet to dent the scoreboard. The wind and the pitch, swung on and missed. Another good off-speed pitch, and it goes to 2-2. Shadows from the hill on the third base side are right between the mound and home plate. So Lance Cawthon a bit of an advantage here in the fourth. Lordo looks like he's having a bit of trouble picking the ball up out of the sun. The wind, the 2-2 pitch, it's high, 3-2. Tig Reeder settling down in the bottom half of the third, coming out and striking out all 3 Newton County Ram batters he faced. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And Lordo is down on strikes. And Cawthon is matching Reeder now pitch for pitch as he strikes out 3 batters in a row, 2 of them last inning and the first one to lead off this inning. And Chris Laird will stand in. Laird bounced out 1-3, Cawthon making a barehanded play on the third base side of the mound. That was back in the second inning. Here's the wind. The first pitch to Laird, swung on and fouled back to the screen, 0-1.
Annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined. To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing. Termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Come in and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishings. Hayes Furniture has free delivery and free 12-month financing. They have living room sets starting at $395.95. Promotional recliner only $169.95. McKeon recliner rocker only $407. Hayes Furniture also has in various prices and colors. Hayes Furniture, 6166 Washington Street. Hayes Furniture Company, 786-3737. 786-3737.
The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
Tig Reeder has retired 5 Newton County Rams in a row. The Rams lead off the fourth with Ryan Allen. He'll be followed by Matthew Hires and Lance Shannon. The first pitch to Allen is a called strike. It's 0-1. Of those 5 in a row that he has retired, Reeder has struck out 4 of them, including the last 3 batters he has faced. Ryan Allen has yet to have an official at bat. He's walked twice and scored twice. The 0-1 pitch is low, and it's 1-1. Allen's on base, now up over 500 with the 2 walks in his 2 plate appearances. He is also at 14 runs scored, second on the team. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt and back to the screen. It's 2-1. Newton County Rams scored 3 in the first and 2 in the second. And against a good left-handed pitcher like Teague Reeder, it is good to score those runs early and often. The 2-1 swung on and missed. It was an inside pitch. It's 2-2. You know that Reeder would settle down. And once he does, he is a very tough pitcher to hit. 2-2 pitch. Fouled it off down the third base side. Pitch was inside, and Ryan Allen, leaning back to get out of the way of the ball, sort of stuck his bat out, and the ball came in and hit the bat and went over toward the on-deck circle where Matthew Hires and Lance Shannon are currently talking. Here's the 2-2. It's in the dirt, and it's 3-2. So one more wide one, and Ryan Allen will have walked for the 3rd time in this game, so he's doing his job as a leadoff man, taking the base on balls. Right now, he is the team leader in that category with 9. He swings at a pitch and fouls it off down the third base side. It's 3-2. Came into this game with 7 walks. That was good for second place on the team, but he moved ahead of Brian Moon by walking in his first 2 appearances. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and popped up third base side. Thinner gives chase, but it falls out of play, and it's still 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Allen with nobody out in the 4th. The good pitching of Lance Coffin has held Shiloh at bay, and the offense has finally come alive. The 3-2 swung on and missed, and that is 4 batters in a row that have gone down on strikes against Teague Reeder, who has finally found his stuff as well as his control. He has not walked a batter since he walked Allen in the 2nd. Standing in now will be Matthew Hires, who again bats left-handed. He's a switch hitter, but he's batting lefty against the lefty. Left-handed is Matthew Hires' stronger side. Wind by Reeder and the first pitch. Taken for a strike, a curveball that caught the corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Hires walked in his first plate appearance, batting right-handed, then flied out in his second appearance, batting from the left side. Swings and lines one into left field. Kevin Stewart is coming on, but it will bounce in front of him for a base hit. That is the 4th hit for him, the first one for Matthew Hires in this game, and that gives Hires a total of 15 base hits on the year. He had 14 coming into this game, and one of the leaders on the team there, tied with Sam Allen, who also has 15. Lance Shannon has 21 hits so far this year. He is by far the team leader, and he stands in. 2 for 2, a couple of singles. First pitch to him, a called strike on the outside corner. You can see that Lance Shannon is back 100%. He is hitting the ball as well as he did before his injury against Walton. When he first came back, he was popping up to left field. In the 2 following games after his comeback from his injury, he did so 4 times. A throw goes over to first. It gets away from the first baseman, but he retrieves, and Hires has to stay put. But Shannon beginning to turn it around slowly but surely, and in this game, 2 strong singles. One to right, center, and one to the opposite field. Hires goes with the pitch. It's low. Here's the throw to second. Nowhere near. And it gets away from Bryan, the shortstop, but Cruz backs it up. A stolen base from Hires, the team leader with 15. He has only been caught stealing once. Ram opponents so far in 1994 have 14 stolen bases. Matthew Hires all by himself has 15. And don't forget about Ryan Allen, who has 12 of his own. Now Hires leading from second base, and Bryan close to the bag, holding him there. Now Reeder will step off and walk back that way, chasing Hires back to the bag. Lance Shannon also scored a run in the 2nd. He takes a pitch low, and it's 2-1. The senior right fielder has been the big presence in the Ram lineup. He was hitless against Brookwood as well as South Gwinnett. The pitch is in the dirt. The runner's headed for second. Hires will go in without a throw. Stolen base number 16 for Matthew Hires, who has basically been running free throughout the year. 16 out of 17 now in stolen base attempts. Now a sacrifice fly gets him home. 3-1 is the count to Shannon. The wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Shannon takes the free pass. He's been perfect so far. First and third with one down, and the Rams with a chance to really crack this thing open with Sam Allen at the plate. Allen has given the ball a good ride twice. He flied out to the left fielder his first time. Then he doubled in a run his second time up in the second inning. Lance Shannon may be going. He is 6 for 7 this year in stolen base attempts. There he goes with the first pitch. It's taken for a strike and no throw down there. Call it a stolen base. And that is number 7 for Lance Shannon in 8 stolen base attempts. So between them, Ryan Allen, Matthew Hires, and Lance Shannon with plenty of stolen bases, and the three of them together have only been caught 3 times. There's a swing and a ground ball foul. Hard hit down the third base side. Matthew Hires had to jump to get out of the way of that one as he was taking his lead from third base, and it's 0-2. Shannon now with 7 stolen bases. Ryan Allen with 12. Matthew Hires with 16. 35 stolen bases between the three of them in 38 attempts. They have accounted for the large majority of the Rams' speed this year. Behind them is Richie Cleary, who is 3 for 3 in stolen base attempts, including a steal of third on the front end of a double steal against Brookwood. Runners lead from second and third. The infield is in all the way around. Here's the 0-2. It's low, and the count goes to 1-2. Bill Thaner at third base is well in on the... Here's the wind, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul, third base side. Into the Newton County dugout. And the count remains 1-2. Next sub-region action for the Newton County Rams won't be for another 5 days. Milburn on Wednesday. Rams have an off day on Monday. Reeder goes into his wind. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on line, base hit into left field. 1 run will score. Lance Shannon is going to round third. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Shannon scores a 2 RBI single. Sam Allen drives in a couple more, and it's now 7-0 Newton County. This is the big confidence boost that the Rams have needed for the past week and a half, and they are getting it here, racking up on the Shiloh Generals and Tig Readers. 7-0 now your score, and Sam Allen at first base, still only 1 out. Brian Moon stands in. Moon was hit by a pitch in the first, came around to score on a bases-loaded walk, and then Moon struck out in the second. Reeder has struck out 5. 4 of those coming in succession in the third, and here the first batter in the fourth. But since then, Rams have tagged Reeder for 2 hits and a walk. Throw goes over to first. Sam Allen back safely. Newton County has stolen 3 bases in the inning, so Reeder is going to keep a close eye on Sam Allen. But Sam Allen with no stolen base attempts this year. Moon pops one up into shallow center field. Bryan goes out, and he will make the play, and that is out number 2. 2 down, and Richie Cleary stands in. Cleary reached on a fielder's choice in the first and grounded out in the second. He's hit both his balls hard, but on the ground, and both to the third baseman. Cleary caught in a bit of an embarrassing moment. In the first inning, after reaching on a fielder's choice, he had walked back toward the third base dugout, actually back toward home plate. He'd come back a good 50 or 60 feet, perhaps thinking that time was called, and had to hustle back to the first base bag. Reeder's first pitch is by the catcher and back to the screen, and Sam Allen will move up. That is definitely a wild pitch. And Tig Reeder a little bit rattled, threw one right over Laird's head and right back to the screen. It's 1-0. Another runner in scoring position. Cleary with an RBI opportunity if he can get a base hit into the outfield. Stretch in the 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Sam Allen with a fair amount of speed at second base. In terms of stolen bases, he has not attempted one so far this year, but still a fair amount of speed from him. Cruz holds the runner close. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and grounded to the third baseman. A tough play. Thaner's throw to first is in time, and Richie Cleary in his 3 plate appearances has hit 3 hard ground balls to Thaner, 2 outs and a fielder's choice. For the Rams in the inning, 2 more runs, 2 hits, and a runner left on base. It's now 7-0 Newton County as we head to the 5th. Ram baseball here on WGFS, AM 1430.
Enriched with protein, vitamins, and minerals, FRM dog food and FRM cat food promote good health, sleek coats, resistance to disease, and boundless energy. FRM pet foods are dry, economical to use, and easy to store. Your dog and cat's always there for you, so you be there for them with FRM pet foods, available now at your FRM dealer.
FRM found at the Farm and Garden Depot located on Emery Street behind Burger King. 787-3870.
Are you tired of going to a drive-thru for lunch? For a hot and delicious meal, go to El Charro. Their lunch menu includes combinations of tacos, burritos, enchiladas, rice, beans, and more. For dinner, they have 18 special dinners, 22 combination dinners, dinners for 2, vegetarian dinners, and a large selection of beer, wines, and mixed drinks. El Charro is located on Elm Street in the Covington Corner Shopping Center in Covington and on Old Salem Road in Conyers.
Before you start all your projects around the house this spring, go buy Campbell Lumber. Since 1923, they've had everything to build anything. For Benjamin Moore paints, lumber, building hardware, roofing materials, masonry supplies, hand tools, and lawn and garden tools. Until March 28th, they're open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5 and Saturday 7:30 to 12. Stop by Campbell Lumber on Emery, 786-3412.
And we're back from Riverside Park in the 5th inning. Shiloh sends to the plate Mark Bryan, Tim Bernier, and Bill Thaner. Bryan trying to bunt, grounds it right back to the mound. Cawthon with a bobble, his throw to first, not in time. Mark Bryan reaching base. His bunt was right back to the mound. Lance Cawthon fielded it cleanly, but then dropped it. And so Bryan reaching, probably an error on the pitcher, and Bryan at first base with no one out. Tim Bernier standing in. So Mark Bryan reaching. It's an E1 in your scorebook, and the lights have been turned on at Riverside Park. The shadows now completely cover the field with the exception of some area in right field. There's a swing and a miss by Bernier, and it's 0-1. Bernier is 1 for 2, a single and a flyout in his 2 plate appearances. Mark Bryan leading from first base. The clever bunt. He ended up over there after bunting it with the first pitch of the inning. Pitch to Bernier is swung on and foul tipped, and it's 0-2. It's now Tim Bernier, Bill Thaner, Tig Reeder trying to score a run and put Shiloh on the scoreboard. Newton County, thanks to a 3-run output in the first, 2 more in the second, 2 more in the fourth, have now made the score 7-0. Again, Bryan takes his lead as Brent Johnson holds him close. Moon sign. Cawthon stretch runner goes with the 0-2 pitch. It's high. Here's Moon's throw to second base, and they got him. What a throw from Brian Moon. He has had a cannon, and throughout the year, he has had a good, strong arm down to second base. And Newton County Ram opponents are now 14 for 24 in stolen base attempts. That is just over 50%, and when folks see that on the scouting report, they're not going to steal against the Rams. The caught stealing, the count is 1-2, and the pitch is low. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tim Bernier. Bryan caught stealing after reaching on the E1. Bernier standing in with Thaner on deck. Sets up a whole new situation, though, after that leadoff runner reaching base. Now a bases empty situation with 1 out. Much, much easier for the Rams. 2-2 is outside at a full count now, 3-2. Rams have outscored their opponents 114-43. That's a major reason why they're 12-3. Of course, pitching the main difference. Rams opponents with an ERA of 4.20 against Newton County. 3-2 pitch, a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Bernier going down on strikes. Number 6 for Lance Cawthon. Ram opponents, though, have an ERA of 4.20 as opposed to the Ram team with an ERA of 1.75. Ram pitching has only given up 78 hits in 104 innings. You keep that under a hit per inning, you're in good shape. Cawthon's wind and pitch, swung on and popped up into right center field. It's going to be a long run for Shannon, and he cannot make the play. It bounces once and off the wall. Around second is Thaner. He's going to head for third. Here's Heyer's throw to third base. It is not in time, and the ball gets away from Allen. That's going to be a 3-base hit there from Bill Thaner, and the caught stealing looks even bigger now. That run would have scored. Mark Bryan was caught stealing, however, and sometimes being aggressive on the base paths will get you gunned down and will take you out of a big inning. That's exactly what could have happened there. Without the caught stealing, it would be 7-1 with a runner at third base and only one out. Then a sac fly could have made it 7-2. Shiloh could be back in the ball game, but as it stands, with the caught stealing, it's still 7-0. And with 2 down, Cawthon just needs to concentrate on Tig Reeder. His first pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Of course, you've got to credit the turn of events to Brian Moon and his strong arm behind the plate. The 0-1 is by Moon back to the screen. Here comes the runner home. The throw is not in time, and a run scores and makes it 7-1. And all the Shiloh players will come out of the dugout to congratulate Bill Thaner as he scores on the wild pitch. Scoring the run at 7-1 now. Newton County is on top. Had Bryan not been caught stealing, it would now be 7-2 with 1 down and the base is empty. But that caught stealing, saving the Rams a run. Tig Reeder with a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Reeder is 0 for 1. He walked on 4 pitches his first time. He struck out his second time. Cawthon is set to go. Moon gives the sign. Here comes the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Way inside. Put a little extra gas on the fastball and came way inside to Tig Reeder, who stared an extra second in disbelief. Count is 2-1. Moon gives the sign. Here comes the wind and the 2-1 pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3-1 to Reeder. Kevin Stewart is on deck. Shiloh left fielder is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Cawthon's wind. Here comes his 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul over by the Shiloh dugout. A full count now, 3-2. 2 down here in the 5th. Shiloh has just scored their first run. It was on a wild pitch from Lance Cawthon. And on the play at the plate, as Thaner was sliding in, slid in sort of hard on Lance Cawthon, and the next pitch coming way inside with the gas to Tig Reeder. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul down the first base side. Count remains full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top half of the 5th inning. As the Rams got to Tig Reeder early. Reeder is still out there, but he has allowed 7 runs. They've mostly been his own fault. He's been a bit wild. He has walked 5 batters. He's also struck out 5. Moon's sign, the wind, the payoff pitch. Swung on and grounded foul first base side once again. And the count remains full, 3-2. Cawthon coming in with the off-speed pitches. Reeder is way out in front, very anxious to hit the ball, and grounds it foul down the first base side 3 times in a row. Still 3-2. Here's the sign, the wind, and again the payoff pitch. It's high, ball 4. So Tig Reeder with a good job of working Lance Cawthon to get the walk. It's only the second batter that Cawthon has walked and the second time that Reeder has drawn the free pass. He's at first with 2 down. Kevin Stewart struck out looking in the third, and struck out swinging in the first. Lance Cawthon with 6 strikeouts. Stewart, the only player from Shiloh who has struck out more than once. Reeder leads from first. Here's the stretch by Coffin, and the first pitch. It's in the dirt for ball one. Due up for the Rams in the bottom half of the fifth inning, Brent Johnson, Cale Curtis, and Judd Hall. Those three were due up, and Reeder came up and plowed through the bottom of that order, striking those three out in succession. The pitch is a called strike with the fastball from Coffin. It's 1-1. The dimensions at Riverside Park, it's 320 feet to the left field foul pole, just above the sign that shows County graduate who was drafted by the Expos in 1979, a sign commemorating him right there at the left field foul pole. Pitch is swung on and grounded to Hires. His throw to first is in time, and Stewart is out 6-3 in your scorebook. Shiloh scores 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There was an error and a runner left on base. And we head to the bottom half of inning number 5. And your score in the game is Newton County 7, Shiloh 1. Newton County Ram baseball right here on WGFS, AM 1430.
When it comes to tires, all you need is a quality product and good service at a fair price. I know. I'm from Statham Tire, and I've been an independent tire dealer for 22 years. I understand customers' needs. That's why I sell Cooper tires, like the Cooper Lifeliner Classic Radial Touring Tire, or the Monogram All-Weather Radial, or the Cobra Radial High Performance Tires. Cooper focuses on what they do best, building tires. I do what I do best, selling tires. The right tire at the right price. Cooper Tire, a no-frills American tire manufacturer that talks straight and lets their performance speak for itself, just like me. Come to Statham Tire in Covington or Conyers for straight talk on tires.
The folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries? Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner 11 to 8:30.
It's April's Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware. Harmony Extra Large Trash Bags, 15 count, 39 gallon, only $1.88. A Tucker 34-gallon trash can, $8.77. Premium Turf Fertilizer, $5.88, and Premium Weed and Feed, $6.88. A Rounder Square Point shovel, $6.77 each, all while supplies last. It's the Best Buys of the Month going on now at Mayfield Ace Hardware, on the square and in Newton Plaza.
Brent Johnson will stand to the plate for the Rams as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Riverside Park, Newton County Rams baseball. Johnson swinging at the first pitch, fouling it back to the screen. It's 0-1. Johnson, Curtis, and Hall for the Rams. 7, 8, and 9 spots in their order. Rams with a 6-run lead. Laird with the sign. Here comes Reeder's wind as 0-1 is swung on and missed. Had a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-2. Johnson walked his first time. Was caught looking his second time up. That was in the third inning and part of a 3-strikeout-in-a-row performance from Reeder in the third. The 0-2 is high and outside. It's 1-2. Johnson now with 12 hits and 32 at-bats. Here's the wind by Reeder and the 1-2. Swung on and popped up into left field. Kevin Stewart is under it, and he will make the play for out number 1. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, Covington, Georgia, your sports leader. And, of course, Atlanta Braves Baseball coming up on Monday as the Braves open up their season against Timmy Hires and the San Diego Padres. Opening day is Monday, and of course you can hear live Braves action 6 nights a week on WGFS. Cale Curtis swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Bryan at short. His throw to first is in time. It pulled Benji Law off the bag, but the tall, lanky first baseman came off the bag and applied the tag to Cale Curtis as he was coming across, and it's 6-3 in your scorebook, and 2 down just like that here in the fifth. Ram Baseball brought to you in part by East Metro Cellular, an authorized agent of Pactel Cellular for sales, service, or installation, mobile and radios. East Metro Cellular since 1986. Hall stands in. Judd Hall is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, takes the first pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Hall's other at-bat was a fly out to the right fielder, Ashley Sweat, in the first inning. Rams sent 9 men to the plate in the first. They put 3 across on 1 hit. Pitch is swung and fouled back to the screen. It's 1-1. The 1 hit was a single by Lance Shannon, scoring Ryan Allen. Then after that, a sacrifice fly, then a couple more walks and a hit batsman put the 3rd run across. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It is outside, 2-1. Rams game against Eagles Landing tomorrow has been changed back to a 6 o'clock start. The 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled back, and the count goes to 2-2. That game was originally scheduled for 6, then changed to 7. Now we have received word from Al Bell down the first base side for the Rams that it has been changed to 6 o'clock. And of course, if the game time is changed, we will give you the updates here on WGFS. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the senior center fielder, Judd Hall. Reader's wind is 2-2 pitch. Hall thought about going around, but didn't. It was low and inside, and the count runs full, 3-2. An announcer's cardinal rule, never start a big story with 2 outs. I was telling you about the dimensions, and just then an out was made. It's 360 to center and 310 to right. Dimensions at Riverside Park. 3-2, swung on, grounded right back to the mound. Reader fields it himself. His throw to first is in time. It's 1-3 in the scorebook. Rams go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We head to the 6th inning, 7-1. Newton County Rams on top. Ram baseball on WGFS, AM 1430.
Your authorized agent for Pactel Cellular is East Metro Cellular. With Oki, NEC, Fujitsu, Motorola, Uniden, and AudioVox cellular phones, East Metro Cellular is your complete communications headquarters. Motorola pagers starting at just $8.25 per month for service. Several cellular phone rate plans. 2-way radios for most all applications. Come talk to one of our trained salespeople about the advantages of cellular. That's East Metro Cellular, 7115 Highway 278 in Covington. Or call us at 786-6796. That's 786-6796. At East Metro Cellular, we'll help you reach your calling.
Your calling.
T&L Motors of Covington is announcing their grand opening going on now. T&L Motors has cars, trucks, and vans arriving daily with on-the-spot financing available for those with little or no credit. T&L Motors is located next door to T&L Mufflers, which offers the lowest priced exhaust system in town. Come in and compare our prices starting at $59.95 with custom jobs a specialty. That's T&L Motors and T&L Mufflers located on Highway 278 across from Henry's Fast Loop. Open Monday through Saturday 9 to 6 or call 787-5286, 787-5286.
Back under the lights at Riverside Park as Mark Lordo of the Shiloh Generals takes Lance Cawthon's first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. It's Mark Lordo, Chris Laird, Ashley Sweat due up for the Shiloh Generals in the 6th. Lance Cawthon has gone the complete way. He has allowed 5 hits and only 1 run. Rams lead it 7-1. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed at the changeup. It's 0-2. Cawthon has struck out 6 batters, Lordo being one of those in the 4th inning. And he's in a hole here, 0-2. Rams would like nothing more than a quick-moving 6th and 7th so they can go home and rest up for tomorrow's game and then have some needed time off before Wednesday's sub-region and a ground ball down the third base side. Sam Allen will field it, but it's in foul territory. Rams have an off day on Monday. There are other sub-region games on Monday. Rockdale will play at South Gwinnett. Berkmar is at Shiloh. And Clark Central will be playing at Brookwood. Of course, the big game for the Rams to watch is that Rockdale at South Gwinnett game. As with a victory here, the Rams would be 4-2 and in second place behind South Gwinnett in the sub-region. The 0-2 pitch swung on and grounded down the third base line. Again, it's a foul ball. Shiloh with the loss here would drop to 3-2. There are some other games going on in the sub-region this evening. Hopefully tomorrow, if you're listening in tomorrow morning, We can give you some results of the sub-region games that are going on. Berkmar is currently playing at Brookwood. South Gwinnett is up in Athens playing Clark Central. The wind of the pitch, swung on and missed. Mark Lordo down on strikes, and it's strikeout number 7 for Lance Coughlin, who has pitched a heck of a ball game. 39 strikeouts now on the year in 31 1/3 innings. The batter is Chris Laird, who is 1 for 2. Laird grounded out in the second inning and singled in the fourth. Here's the wind. First pitch to him is low and outside, back to the screen. It's 1-0. So far, we haven't seen a single substitution for either side. The 9 folks that started the game, 10 including the DH, for both sides are still out there with no substitutions. The wind and the 1-0 pitch. Called strike, inside corner. It's 1-1. Rams will see these Shiloh Generals again on April 18th. That is a Monday. And they'll be playing Shiloh out at Shiloh High School in Lithonia. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. That will be the last game that the Rams play before the region tournament begins. Hopefully the Rams will be in the top 3 teams in the sub-region, earning them a berth in the region tournament. 2-1, swung on and lined into left field. It's past Hyers and Sam Allen for a base hit. Chris Laird with 2 base hits in the game, the 6th hit for the Generals. And a runner at first with 1 down, and Ashley Sweat will stand in. Sweat is 1 for 1, singled in the second. A 3-4 sacrifice, putting a runner into scoring position back in the 4th inning. That runner stranded there on the ground out by Kenny Cruz, who was on the on-deck circle. So far in this game, Shiloh has already stranded 6. They also had another runner caught stealing. Runner leading from first. First pitch is swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1. Chris Laird, the general catcher, over at first base. Rams have been playing in some very quick-moving games. The Rockdale game and the South Gwinnett game lasted about an hour 40 to an hour 45. The Brookwood game just shy of 2 hours. This one could be over in under 2 hours as well. Here's the stretch by Coughlin. He checks the runner at first. And the pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. Ashley Sweat at the plate, a right-handed batter. The right fielder for the Generals. He was stranded at second base after his single in the second inning. One of 2 runners that was stranded in that inning. Throw going over to first base, a very close play, but the runner is diving back in head first. Glenn George, the third base coach for Shiloh, likes to stand very close to home plate in relativity to the third base coach's box. Throw going to first after the pitch in, and the throw to first was not in time. Pitch was a ball. Moon was trying a snap throw over to first base, but that throw was not in time. Again, we were talking about Glenn George, the Shiloh head coach. Third base coaching box parallel with third base. Coach George comes in about 6 or 7 or 8 steps toward home plate to give the signs to his hitter. If there's a hard line drive hit down there, he'd better be on the lookout. Stretching the 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Now a throw's going to go down to second base here as the runner from first was headed for second, and he'll retreat to first. It's a strikeout of Ashley Sweat. There was a runner at first base, so even though the ball got by Brian Moon, Sweat cannot try for first base because there was already a runner there. Well, Chris Laird took off for second, and immediately Brian Moon with the heads-up play, firing it down to Matthew Hyers. Chris Laird saw what was going on, retreated back to first, and Ashley Sweat back to the dugout. The 8th strikeout for Lance Coughlin, and Kenny Cruz going to stand in with 2 outs. Stretching the first pitch, outside for a ball. Cruz is 1 for 2 with a single and a 4-3 ground out. Shiloh scored their single run in the 5th on a wild pitch following a triple by Bill Thanner. Stretch and the 1-0 pitch. It's inside for ball 2. The Rams scored 3 runs in the first inning, 2 more in the second, 2 more in the fourth. Rams have been running rampant on the base paths. Lance Shannon with 2 stolen bases, Matthew Hires with a pair, Ryan Allen with a pair. Stretch by Cawthon and the pitch. It's a called strike. It's 2-1. Those 3 between them have scored 6 runs in this game. Top part of the order has had 3 singles and 4 walks in 9 plate appearances, so the first 3 spots in the order have been very productive, and don't count out Sam Allen, who is 2 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He's the number 4 batter. Cawthon's stretch is 2-1 pitch, outside 3-1. The bottom 5 spots of the order have yet to have a base hit in this game, so all of the Ram hits, all 5 of them, up at the top 4 spots in the order. 3 balls and a strike to Kenny Cruz. The Shiloh second baseman. Laird leading from first base. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. It's a called strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 3-2. Now the scoreboard is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rams are due to send the top of the order up in the bottom half of the 6th as they will try to pad their lead. Johnson holds the runner close. Here's the stretch. And the payoff pitch. Just high for ball 4, and Cawthon could not believe it. He thought he had him struck out. But it's a base on balls, the 3rd one that Lance Cawthon has allowed. And first and second with 2 outs, and Mark Bryan will stand in. He is 0 for 2. Last time up, he bunted one right back at the pitcher. Lance Cawthon made a misplay on it, and Bryan ended up at first base, promptly caught stealing, and just following that, Bill Thaner hit his triple, which of course would have scored Bryan had he not been caught stealing. Bryan also struck out back in the second. Runners lead from first and second. Stretch and the pitch. It's low, 1 ball, no strikes. Rams have only 1 loss this year outside of sub-region play. That's to the Walton Raiders. They lost that one 13-3 here at Riverside Park. Really the only bad game that the Rams have played this year. The Rams lost by 1 run when they played Rockdale. Without the errors, that one would have been tied 2-2 after 7. Same case when they played South Gwinnett. The 1-0 pitch is inside for ball 2. When the Rams lost the 3-1 game against South Gwinnett was earned. 2 of those coming as a result of errors. Brian Moon is going to go out and have a word with Lance Cawthon. While he does, we want to remind you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. from 9 until 10, your chance to win some prizes with your knowledge of trivia. The Super Saturday Morning Trivia Spectacular hosted by Mr. Bill Dolan himself. Of course, you've heard him made some cameos on Ram Baseball this year. But Mr. Dolan, as always, the host of the Saturday Morning Super Trivia Spectacular from 9 until 10. You'll definitely want to tune in for that. He will ask some questions about the game of baseball. 2-0 pitch is high and inside, 3-0, and of course you can win some fine prizes there. A cripple count, 3-0. Lance Cawthon walked the last batter he faced and in danger of doing that here as well. 3-0 is a called strike. It's now 3-1. Also, if you're coming out to Riverside Park tomorrow, or perhaps when the Rams play their next home game after that, which would be next Monday, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, as they take on Rockdale, you want to be sure to drop by the concession stand, get some hot dogs and drinks and candy bars and anything else you'd need to enjoy Ram Baseball, the concession stand right below us. Pitch is swung on and popped up right behind second base. Matthew Hires is going to call for it. He'll make the catch. And it's out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Bottom half of the 6th with your score. Newton County 7, Shiloh 1. Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines. They easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
A personal computer should be as individual as the person who owns it. At America's Best Computers, that becomes a reality. The professionals at ABC believe personal computers should be easy to buy, set up, use, and maintain, and will help assess your personal and business needs and custom build the right system for you. No matter what type of system you need or what applications you may need, ABC offers affordable solutions. America's Best Computers is in Hunting Creek Plaza in Conyers. Call them at 785-6505, 785-6505.
Newton County Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430 is brought to you in part by El Charro. For the best Mexican food, go by El Charro, open daily for lunch and dinner with takeout service available. El Charro in Covington and in Conyers. Coming up for the Rams here in the bottom half of the sixth, it's Ryan Allen, Matthew Hires, and Lance Shannon back to the top of the order for Newton County. Tig Reeder still out there. His first pitch to Allen, swung on and fouled, tipped, and it's 0-1. Allen is 0 for 1. He's reached base twice, a couple of walks. Scored in the first, he scored in the second. His one out was a strikeout in the fourth. Wind in the 0-1 is high and tight, and it's a ball and a strike. Rams as a team have seen their batting average go down quite a bit in the last 3 games, down to 288. It'll come back up just a little after this one's over. The 1-1 pitch swung on and foul down the third base side. Thaner will get by the Newton County bullpen down the third base side, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Allen. Following him is Matthew Hires, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. Rams have 5 base hits, but they have scored 7 runs. They've taken advantage of every one of their hits. The 1-2 pitch to Allen, low and outside, 2-2. Also, Tig Reeder has walked 6 batters. That has also played a factor. The top 4 spots in the order have done all of the damage, though. They have all 5 of the base hits, also 4 walks, and they have scored a total of 6 runs. The 2-2 pitch misses, and it's now 3-2. In contrast, the bottom 5 spots, no hits in 12 at-bats. 3-2 pitch is in the dirt, ball 4. Ryan Allen moved to the leadoff spot for this game. Normally he bats either number 2 or down around number 5 or number 6. Fairly hot of late, though, and moved up into the number 1 spot. He has walked 3 times, so proving his worth as a leadoff batter. He's also stolen a couple bases in this game. Matthew Hires stands in from the left-hand side of the plate. Reeder's stretch and his pitch. It's high, 1-0. 7 walks now for Reeder. When you walk that many, you really have to get lucky to get out of the jams, and a lot of those walks have come around to score. Stretch and pitch to Hires. It's a called strike, and it's 1-1. Even against the left-hander, the Rams are perfect in stolen base attempts in this game. 6 for 6, and knock on wood, we might see Ryan Allen try something here with no one out. Law holds the runner close. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2. Ryan Allen down at first base. 12 stolen bases this year. He's been caught stealing only once. Charlie Beverly at the third baseline gives the signs. We may be speaking to him tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. We'll keep you posted on that. We'll be talking about Ram baseball. 1-2 pitch is just high, and it's 2-2. The umpire almost looked like as if he was going to flinch and call that a strike, but then pulled back at the last second, and it's 2-2. Allen leads. It's lefty against lefty. He goes with the 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and missed. Here's the throw to second base. And Ryan Allen is out stealing, so it's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. The hit and run misses on both ends. Hires striking out. Allen is caught stealing. It's 2-4 in your scorebook as Cruz applied the tag. And it goes from a runner at first, no one out, to the bases empty and 2 outs. And Lance Shannon stands in. He's been perfect, 2 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored. Ball way out beyond the batting cages out there, but many, many feet in foul territory. And it goes to 1-2. And an adventurous young man is traveling down the first baseline to find the location of that foul ball. He may be there a while. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Looks like Reeder is having some trouble throwing some off-speed stuff. He has bounced several pitches up there, 2 of them in this at-bat alone. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Shannon will head to first, but the throw down is in time. It's a strikeout. Shannon retired. Last shot for the Shiloh Generals. The Rams lead it 7-1, looking to go to 4-2 in sub-region play. Ram baseball on WGFS, AM 1430.
Catch a fly ball or hit a home run with Calico Cards in Conyers. Calico Cards carries all sports cards and non-sports cards, including racing cards, a full line of collecting supplies, a large supply of common cards, and a variety of posters, sports, racing, and movies. Calico Cards is also introducing a new line of greeting cards just for you. So join in the fun this baseball season with Calico Cards and receive a 10% discount off your purchase if you mention you heard this ad on WGFS Radio. Calico will also sponsor a free giveaway during the baseball games. Tune in to Calico Cards, Highway 20 in Conyers at Honey Creek. Open Monday through Friday 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6. Owner is Chris Scott, 929-1332. That's Calico Cards, located at Honey Creek, Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS, AM 1430, Covington.
Back from Riverside Park, Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Coast to Coast Home and Auto, your authorized snapper and Toro dealer on Monticello Street. Stop by and see them today. It is also brought to you by Statham Tire for custom wheels, brakes, shocks, wheel alignment, and the best prices on tires. See the professionals at Statham Tire. Open from 8 to 4 on Saturday for your convenience. That's Statham Tire of Covington and Conyers. 7-1, the Rams on top as we head to the 7th. Standing to the plate is Tim Bernier. The leadoff batter takes the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tim Bernier is 1 for 3 with a single, a fly out, and a strikeout. The pitch to him is outside for ball 1. A count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Cawthon's wind. Here comes his 1-1 pitch. Is low and outside, 2-1. Lance Cawthon looking for his team-leading 4th complete game. He's allowed only 1 run, so his ERA is going to go down a little bit more. The 2-1 pitch is high, 3-1. Lance Cawthon's ERA has been around the 1 mark throughout the year. It'll probably drop to about 105 after this game is over. Time is called. 3 balls and 1 strike. That, of course, is if he can hold Shiloh here in the 7th. The wind and the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's 3-2. Cawthon came back with a good, strong 3-1 pitch. Something you like to see, and it's a sign that Cawthon is not tiring here in the 7th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit well to left field. Cleary is coming in. Cannot make the play. It bounces away from him and toward the left field warning track. Headed towards second base is Bernier. He rounds second. He's going to hold up there. He is at second base and will check the official scoring. Could be a 2-base error on Richie Cleary. Bernier at second base after the error on Richie Cleary. Nobody out, and the runner at second base. And Bill Thanner will stand in. 1 for 3, a triple. His base hit. He scored on the wild pitch. He's also flied out, and he's reached on a fielder's choice. Cawthon checks the runner at second. Here's his stretch. And the pitch. It's low and outside, 1-0. Thanner followed by Tig Reeder and Kevin Stewart as Cawthon trying to go the whole way and shut down the Generals. All these complete games in the sub-region have helped the Rams thus far. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's high, 2-0. It all started against the Berkmar Patriots when the Rams won that ball game by a final score of 5-3. Matt Taylor pitched a complete game in that one. Then against Clark Central, Judd Hall went the entire way. Stretch in 2-0 is outside, and it's now 3-0. Lance Cawthon pitched a complete game against Rockdale. Then against South Gwinnett, Matt Taylor went the entire way. And Judd Hall back around in the rotation against Brookwood pitched a complete game. Cawthon trying to do the same. Here comes the cripple pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Shiloh has 6 base hits so far in this game. Only one of them for extra bases, but that was by the current hitter, Bill Thanner, who hit a triple in the 5th. Cawthon stretch and is 3-1. Swung on it, popped up. Left side, Hires backtracking into the outfield. He's going to call for it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. It'll bring up Tig Reeder. He is 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Reeder, a senior, has also committed to Middle Georgia, same place where Matthew Hires is going to school. So those two sub-region foes now turn out to be college teammates next year at Middle Georgia College. And Reeder will stand in. He's got a runner at second base with 1 down. There is some action in the Newton County bullpen. We'll check and see who that is throwing down there, but there is a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Rams. Reeder bats from the left-hand side of the plate. Throws as he bats from the left side. Cawthon stretch and first pitch. It's high, and it's 1-0. Reeder has benefited from 2 of Lance Cawthon's 3 walks. 1 of them in the 1st and 1 in the 5th. Kenny Cruz walked in the 6th for the 3rd one. Bernier reached on a 2-base error. He is at second base. Hires holding him close. The stretch and the 1-0. Called strike right down Ram Drive, and it's 1-1. Rams looking to move to 4-2 in sub-region play. They are in prime contention for a spot in the region tournament. 3 top teams from the South sub-region go to that. The 1-1 pitch swung on, grounded down the third baseline. Sam Allen will have to hurry. His throw to first, not in time. And safe at first base is Tig Reeder. Call it a base hit. No defensive miscue. The ball was very weakly hit down the third base side. Sam Allen fielded the ball at third base on the infield grass and made a perfect throw to first, but Reeder just flat out beat the throw. So he's at first, and Bernier had to hold at second, so there's a rare instance, a runner at second, and on a single he has to stay put. 2 runners on with 1 out. Kevin Stewart is 0 for 3. Cleanup batter certainly due for the Generals. Cawthon still trying to hold him at bay. First pitch to him is low for ball 1. Rams next action tomorrow here at Riverside Park. Then after that, they do not play another home game until a week from Monday, as they'll be taking on the Rockdale Bulldogs a week from Monday here at Riverside Park. In the meanwhile, next week, 2 sub-region games away. 1-0 pitch, a curveball, called for a strike. It's 1-1. Rams play Berkmar in Lilburn next Wednesday. Then they travel to Athens, Georgia to take on Clark Central. That comes up next Friday. Runners lead from first and second. Here's the stretch by Lance Cawthon. He checks the runners. His 1-1 bunted, and a good bunt. Third base side. Cawthon fields it barehanded. His throw to first is not in time, and the runner is safe at first base. You got to call that one a base hit as well. Again, no defensive misplay, but a good bunt from Kevin Stewart, the cleanup batter, laying a bunt down the third base side and safe at first. Suddenly now Newton County in a bit of trouble, but they do have a 6-run lead. So Cawthon with plenty of chances to pitch out of this jam. One down, bases loaded. Mark Lordo is standing in. And Brian Moon is talking with his pitcher, Lance Cawthon. Tomorrow, before you come out to Riverside Park for Ram Baseball, you might want to drop by the Hard Luck Cafe on Highway 278. Get yourself some hot wings. I'll be by there Sunday afternoon to get myself some hot wings. Very delicious hot wings coming from the Hard Luck Cafe. You may want to just drop by there for a little bit of that. Tim Bernier is at third base. Tig Reeder at second. Kevin Stewart at first with one down. Lordo grounded out his first time, struck out. His second and third time, he takes a strike here. It's 0-1. Cawthon has struck out 8 batters. The base is loaded, though. And a long one puts Shiloh back in this one. Of course, they would still only have 2 more outs to score a couple more runs. The wind and the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. Lordo swung at a pitch out of the strike zone and down as well. And he's in a hole here, 0-2. He has had a rough time his last couple of plate appearances. Cawthon looking for strikeout number 9. Chris Laird is on deck. He is 2 for 3. Runners lead. Here's the wind in the 0-2. It's outside, 1-2. The wind that was here for the first couple innings has pretty much died out. Very little wind, if any, over the last 3 or 4 innings, so no favor to the left-handed or right-handed batters. Lordo is a righty. The 1-2 swung on and missed. And Mark Lordo down on strikes. Number 9, Lance Cawthon, striking out 9 batters. One more strikeout could put him in double digits to finish this one out. He would like nothing more than to strike out Chris Laird. Laird tapped back to the mound in the second. He singled in the 4th, and he singled again in the 6th. Here comes the wind and the first pitch. Did he check his swing on it? Was on the outside corner. They may have him check the umpire. They check him at second base. He said he did not go around. It's 1-0. Laird, the general catcher. 2 singles and 3 plate appearances. The 1-0 is by Moon and back to the screen. Here comes his throw in as the run tries to score. And he is going to be safe as Cawthon did not apply the tag at home plate, so Shiloh puts another one across. That one's a wild pitch. It is now 7-2, and all the other runners move up 90 feet. It's another wild pitch. A run does score. It's now 7-2. As Bernier scores, Reeder moves to third, Stewart to second, and it's 2-0. The action has stopped in the Newton County bullpen. Whoever was warming up down there is either through or is ready. Moon gives the sign to Cawthon. Here comes the wind and the 2-0. Called strike, and it's 2-1. Cawthon looking to close this one out. Every single sub-region game for the Rams has been a complete game. This is the 6th one that the Rams have played. They're 3-2 coming in. The wind and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on it, grounded foul, and it's 2-2. Rams could easily be 5-0. They were 1 pitch away from defeating the Rockdale Bulldogs. That home run ball to Chris Womack directly following an error after a strikeout. Then against South Gwinnett, a couple of defensive miscues. If they had not been made, Rams could easily have won that one as well. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Laird standing in there with 2 down in the 7th. The wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Cawthon with 9 strikeouts in the game and 41 in this year in 32 2/3 innings. Rams as a team averaging over a strikeout per inning, in addition to their 1.75 ERA. Here's the sign. The wind and the payoff pitch. It's low, ball 4. So Cawthon loses Chris Laird. And that is free pass number 4 that Cawthon has allowed. And time is called. Charlie Beverly is going to go out and talk to Lance Cawthon. And we see Matt Taylor coming out of the dugout. And that is going to be all for Cawthon. Matt Taylor is going to come in with the bases loaded and 2 down here in the 7th inning. So while the Rams make a pitching change, we'll take this break. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
Are you planning a special get-together with family and friends? Then do it at Pippin's Barbecue. We'll provide the food and the fun for just a few people or a large group. Or if the party's at your place, let us provide the catering while you enjoy the party. Call us ahead of time or stop by Pippin's Barbecue at both our locations.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Pippin's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing: termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Matt Taylor is the new pitcher for the Newton County Rams. Here's your line on Lance Coffin. Going 6 2/3 innings, coming close to finishing this one out, but he's pulled here as the last batter, Chris Laird, was walked. Had him with a count of 1-2, but threw the next 3 for balls, and Laird reaching base, and Coach Beverly decided to put in Matt Taylor for a bit of relief. This is a save situation. The tying run is on the on-deck circle. That makes it a save situation. We'll give you the line on Lance Coffin in just a moment. The batter for the Shiloh Generals is Ashley Sweat. He is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice and a single. Taylor's first pitch, a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Taylor is 3-1. He's got a 1.59 ERA, 26 innings. He's allowed 22 hits. He's walked 6, and he struck out 22. Wind and the 0-1. It's an off-speed pitch, a good stop from Brian Moon. Pitch was in the dirt. It's 1-1. Taylor has been bouncing the off-speed pitches his last couple outings. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ashley Sweat. 33 batters faced for Coffin. 2 runs, 8 hits. Coffin walked 4 and he struck out 9, but not a chance to finish this one out as he ran into trouble in the 7th. 1-1, a called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Taylor trying to save it for Lance Coffin and the Rams. Reeder leading from third base, Stewart from second, Laird from first. The wind and the 1-2. Swung on, just got a piece of it. Grounded it foul. The count remains 1-2. Both runs scored on wild pitches. The first 2 that Lance Coffin has thrown this year. And both of them leading to Shiloh runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runners lead. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Sam Allen at third. His throw to first will be in time, and the Newton County Rams seal the victory. Matt Taylor picking up the save, facing 1 batter, and getting Ashley Sweat to ground out 5-3. And the Rams preserve the victory, 7-2 over the Shiloh Generals. We'll right after this. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430.
The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400.
Come by and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishing needs. They have a full line of dinette groups with 4 to 6 chairs available in oak finish and formica top tables. Odd pieces are available in beds, chest of drawers, nightstands, and dressers in a choice of cedar or hardwood. They also have bedroom and dining room sets available in brand names such as Bassett and Vaughn. That's Hayes Furniture Company. They have everything. Located at 6166 Washington Street, 786-3737. 786-3737.
Snapper announces its Great Price Fall, a national savings event that offers you a chance to bag a great deal. Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington is now offering cash discounts, half-off accessories, and free financing on all Snapper walk mowers, riders, and tractors. Once you've bagged a great deal on your new Snapper, you can bag your leaves or mulch them for half price. That's right, take half off your choice of either a single bag grass catcher or a Ninja mulching kit, featuring the unmatched Ninja blade. Then throw away your rake. You'll watch your leaves disappear as you mow. And with approved SNAP credit, you don't have to pay a cent until April. Interest-free. Ask your dealer for all the details. Act now. Get down to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington and get in on Snapper's great price fall before it's too late. Get down to Coast Home and Auto on the square in downtown Covington.
And back from Riverside Park, where the Rams, happy news as they defeat the Shiloh Generals. Your final score, Newton County 7, Shiloh 2. Here are your final totals in the game. The Rams 7 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 5 on base. The winning pitcher, Lance Cawthon, 6 2/3 innings, facing 33 batters, giving up the 2 runs on 8 hits. He walked 4 and he struck out 9. Matt Taylor faces a batter, gets the ground out, and picks up the save, the Rams' first save of the year. For the Shiloh Generals, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. The losing pitcher, Tig Reeder, pitched pretty well, 6 innings, 7 runs on 5 hits. He walked 7 and he struck out 7. The Rams moved to an overall record of 13-3. They are 4-2 in sub-region play and in second place behind South Gwinnett. In sub-region 8 Quad A South, Shiloh falls in sub-region play to 3-2. The next action for the Rams, a non-sub-region game, which is tomorrow against Eagles Landing, one of those take-it-easy type games. That will be played at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, depending on the reports. Right now, we believe that game will be played at 6 here at Riverside Park, Newton County High School. 6 or 7, we will have it for you here on WGFS AM 1430. For our executive producer, Susan Fuller, thanks for being with us. From Riverside Park, Kevin Holden reporting your happy final score, Newton County 7, Shiloh 2. So long, everybody.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS AM 1430, Covington.